Hi, this is David Tang. I'm a product marketing manager at Microsoft Singapore, and my job is to make it easy for customers to buy and partners to sell Windows Server System. Today I'm going to show you the Unified Administration Console inside the User and Groups tab in Essential Business Server 2008.
So here you can see I have the Essential Business Server Unified Administration Console fired up. And I'm currently in the User and Groups tab. Now I'm going to go about creating a new user. So first I fire up the New User Wizard. Now the New User Wizard goes about explaining everything that's happening. We want it to be completely transparent and really connect you to the tools that are going on behind here. Being that this is the first time I've run this wizard, you can see exactly what this wizard is going to be doing. Now you can choose not to show this page again, but I'm just going to click Next so we can proceed with this demo. Now you can see it's checking for prerequisites here. We're going to install some client access licenses shortly, but really this is about helping customers manage their licensing. But we do provide what we call a temporary CAL, and so as we provision this user, we'll leverage those temporary CALs included as part of Essential Business Server to go about adding them to the environment. Next, I'm going to enter the user's first name and last name, as well as EBS automatically generates the user account name to a specific naming convention. Now, we did some research as to what the common conventions were, and I'm able to go about dropping down this menu and leverage one of the common naming conventions for either user account or the email address. So it gives you a uniform way of choosing the email alias and accounts. And so if there were two Elizabeth Andersons in the company, you could easily find or drop down and choose another option. Next, the console asks me to input a password, and it goes about checking for complexity here as well. So if the password does not meet the directory complexity requirements, it will reject the password and ask you to recreate a new password. The password is also set to be changed at first logon, so we went about setting best practices for how do you create passwords for new users. The next screen allows me to assign user groups to this account, or this user account. This also remembers what the last profile looked like. So if you're creating multiple users, you can quickly grab the same groups and apply them. And so it uses a common way, a repeatable way of deploying groups. But because this is my first user, I don't have any other member groups available here. So I'm just going to go through and hit Next. Here is where we assign the type of CAL that Elizabeth is going to use. You can either use a standard CAL or a Premium Edition user CAL. Now, the Standard Edition CAL covers all of the components that are part of Essential Business Server, and the Premium Edition CAL really allows the user to connect to the SQL component of the Premium server. So unless a user is using using SQL, I should say, they won't require this Premium CAL. So I've selected the standard CAL. I'm going to advance this wizard. Here you can see us selecting the mailbox defaults. This allows us to set how large the mailbox should be for Elizabeth, and whether or not I want to use customized mailbox quotas, I want to give Elizabeth no mailbox quota, or I want to use the mailbox defaults. And this also remember what the last changes were, so if you've set new customized mailbox quotas, you can continue to match those. But in this example, I'm going to use the default mailbox size quotas. Here we're configuring redirecting the user documents to a shared folder. This goes and makes changes to Active Directory, and really wanted to make an automated process for setting where do these redirected documents sit. Let me go ahead and click Next again. Now this is the summary page. The summary page gives you an ability to review what has actually been configured and gives you the chance to check before you go about adding this user. Now I'm confident that I've put in the right pieces here, so I'm going to go through and click Add. Now what you've noticed has happened here is it gives me a status of each of the different tasks that have been completed and whether they've been completed successfully. Now should one of these tasks have failed, it would show up here and give me remediation actions or give me an option to go and investigate what's gone wrong. But EBS has gone through and successfully created Elizabeth's account, and we've now provisioned her account information, her user password, what group she belongs to, we've redirected her documents, we've assigned her licensing, and also created a mailbox. So in one simple visit, we've gone through and created this user and all the services that they'll require in a quick 3 or 4 minute period. So really showing how Essential Business Server brings together multiple environments and allows you to simplify and unify the administration experience. Thank you. So that was a short demo showing the new user wizard as part of Essential Business Server 2008.